Waking up is Goldgers in your cup. Hello, Ken. I'm in Prospector. Top of the morning to you. I'm fishing. I'm down here fishing today. Just got down here. Got a couple poles casted out. I hope everyone's having an absolutely wonderful day. Beautiful out here in the Ozarks. I got my Goldgers in my cup. I got my Danny King punch bait on. I'm fixing to tie me another hook on. Here we go. Don't know that we'll catch a thing. We're not at home. We're sitting down here on the riverbank. Good morning, Crash. There's MMP. We have been so hot here in the Ozarks for the past 2 weeks. Yesterday we got some wonderful cool weather come in, I guess from all them storms they're having down south. But we got some beautiful, wonderful, cool weather. It's 68 degrees this morning. I dropped Mama Bird off this morning and I said, I'm going fishing. And she said, go get them, GP. Catch me some fish. So I'm going to give it a go. I don't know if I'm doing good or not. Hey, there's Make It Dog. Morning, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Back down in the 70s. Yeah, well, we're supposed to be beautiful again today. I think high today is going to be 88, which is nothing compared to what it's been. It's about what it was yesterday. But by Monday of next week, they're talking 105 actual temperature. That's going to be some crazy hot stuff, man. I ain't looking forward to that at all. Crash says it's 55 there. 55. I'm sitting here with a pair of shorts and a tank top. Am too. 48 there, says Mark. Y'all still on winter time. 40. Good Lord. It's almost August. I had to walk in front of the camera. I'm putting some more of this here. I got another pole rigged up here. I'm gonna put some more of this Danny King's punch bait on this pole. Oh, I gotta get me a glove on though, because we all know how this stuff smells. Nasty, dirty, stinky Danny King. Oh, get this here hook all baited up here one time. What a gorgeous day. River's down. All the flooding we had last month. River's back down to normal. It's down low enough we can kayak again now. Be looking forward to that. May go do some of that this weekend. I never know, depending on what I got to do. Just shut my bait up in that thing. That's the dumbest thing I've done today. I bet we do dumber before the day's up. One bet. Oh, hi, I got that Danny King's punch bait over on there. We're gonna chuck this one out. We're gonna pitch him out a little to the left. These two have been out now for about 4 minutes and I ain't even got a nibble on them yet. So let's change it up. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's throw it over up to the left just a little bit. Yeah. We just set her down in there. And what we're gonna do on this one, we're just gonna set the bait alert. That way we ain't gotta watch it. It'll make some noise if it takes off. Let me look at here. The humble stepper. Hello, man. How you doing, brother? Top of the morning to you. Extra stinks is right. That is right, Mega Dog. Got 6 people in here watching me. Watch me bait these old hooks and see if we can't catch one of these southern Missouri channel cats. We drove down here over the weekend and I had my poles and everything with me to set and fish, and I threw out and just, hell, I stood here holding my pole and I caught about a 2.5 pounder, and then we went ahead and pulled the chairs out and set up. We never got another bite the rest of the day. That's the way it goes sometimes. Mm-hmm. It is 6:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time, here in Missouri. I got 3 lines out, and none of them have gotten a bite yet. Don't mean they won't. Don't mean it will either. It's going to be a gorgeous day. I figure I'll hang out here at least for an hour, see if anything nibbles on these old poles. Seen some beautiful deer and turkey coming in, one nice bachelor group, and then seen several does. One solo soldier, top of the morning to you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's been a while since I've been on doing any kind of episodes by myself like this. It's been back before our granddaughter went into the hospital. We've been we've been taking care of it, so things are starting to slow down just a little bit from that. They're going to speed back up when she has that next brain surgery, but you know what? We know Lord's got her and she's in the right place right now, so everything's going to work out all right. I know that. Them old crows this morning are yakking and quacking. Got a few clouds rolling in. Good morning, Careless. Top of the morning to you. Thank you, sister. I appreciate them prayers. We all do. And Careless, if y'all don't know Careless Whisper, she's an amazing person. Uh, Her and Mama Bird have really connected, and I just love the relationship them two have. They text each other all the time. One will get a storm and they'll check on it, another one will get a storm and they'll check on it. And that's what it's all about. That's what the kingdom's about. Is just sharing the love, sharing the kindness, sharing that friendship, and reaching out and meeting people like we are. Because we got to admit, us prospectors, we're a different kind of people. We just different. And I'm okay with being different. 15 amazing people in here. Man, it is so pretty this morning. I just can't get over it. It's hard to believe it's going to be so hot again on Saturday. Supposed to be back up on close in the mid 90s. They're saying Saturday, but by Monday, actual temperature that's saying 105 with a real feel, and they don't know. There's places down around where Joe's at down there, Joe and Lisa, that they're saying it's going to be 115 degrees real feel. That's crazy for Missouri. 48 kilos. Holy cow! Wouldn't that be something? You know what? I have a little bit of brush and stuff that I picked up putting a fire pit around when I mowed. I should be mowing today, but I'll probably wait and do it in the morning. I wanted to go fishing. But anyway, if it was 48, I think I'd have to fire that up and throw some hot dogs on there. That's hoodie weather, that's perfect stuff. We like to put them hoodies on, sit around that fire and step on something nice and warm. Sounds like a kayak day. Exactly, Mega Dog. See, that's why you need to be down here, man. Because me and you, we'd be out here in the kayaks right now. If I had somebody to go with me, we'd be headed that way right now. We'd be taking off, man. And the bass are biting. They're hitting top water. Uh, they're also biting little dowels, and I mean, there's some brownies in here, some smallmouth, and largemouth too. But it's just crazy how big they get here. Welcome in, Petri Hale. Best regards from Germany. Well, you are very welcome to being here, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. We're here in Missouri, the 24th state in the Union, in the eastern United States, and we're trying to catch some channel cat. DNA, there's Deep North. Man, Deep North was on fire last night. He was winning on some duck races, tell you what. That was that was a good time. What it is. Hanging out with you guys is always a good time. Dino turd. Got a few billowy clouds just kind of drifting by lazily here in these days of July. Dog days of summer are starting up. Everything's green and overgrown. These here bamboo around here, man, I tell you what, it has taken this bank over on this side of the bank. I mean, it is flat taking it over. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hang around for a little bit and we'll make a standard moderator out of it and you connect to these other folks and they connect to you. That's what we do. That's what we do. We make friends. We share love. I made up some new stickers. I say I made them up. I didn't make them. All I did was tell that AI program how to make them, and it did it for me. But the Goldgers in your cup stickers, I got a bunch of them at the house. They finally came in, but I'll be sending them out. Umber's got her members live coming up Monday. Man, she's excited about that. Got all kinds of prizes and stuff. There's the train conductor, choo-choo, Hobo Rob. That's my pal right there. He's getting ready for a big trip. Him and me a dog. Need to make your Goldgers, yeah? Yep. I haven't had that much. Generally by now, this time of day, we're on a time difference from Rob. He's a couple hours behind us, and by now, this time of day, I've usually had a pot down me, and I've had maybe 2 cups. So I'm still prying the eyeballs open, if you know what I mean. But I got this big old Yeti filled up right there, man. You had to. She's plumb full, and we sucking it in. And you know what I haven't done? This is probably why I haven't got a single bite since I've been here. I haven't given any Goldgers to the fish yet. Mia's staying at the farm for this trip. Well, you know what? She will hold down the fort while you're out there throwing it and making that gold, brother. So we're gonna do a little here, cause you know what? We all know this works. So little Goldgers for them fishies, a little womp womp womp, and we're gonna see what happens. We are going to see what happens, cause they come in here any time. Yes, it's 4:44 for Rob. See, it's 6:44 for us. So 4:44. That's pretty damn early. That's about the time we were starting the truck, getting ready to head up, take Mama Bird to work this morning. And I come home and threw some poles and chairs in the truck and said, you know what, I'm going fishing. Got 744 there up there in New York with Megan Dog. Rob's out on the West Coast. He's up there in Oregon. 20 amazing people in here this morning. Got 12 thumbs up. If you haven't hit that like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed, it's free. And anything free is worth saving up for. Waking the fish up, that's it. You got it, Rob. You got it, brother. It's 6:45 and about ready to go to bed there, says Hip Monkey. Well, welcome in, Hip Monkey. Glad to have you, my friend. So you're on 0645. You're on Central Standard Time as well then. Very cool, very cool. Here comes DNA coming in saying, hey, it's 7:44 here. That's my buddy Jake from Deep North Adventures. I believe he's still up there in Michigan, up in the he was way up in North Michigan, you know, up Upper Peninsula area. You work thirds. Oh, I get it, man. No problem, no problem. Well, Hip Monkey, we're gonna make you a moderator. You can connect to these other channels. Appreciate it, my friend. They can connect to you, and let me tell you, these guys will. All of them will. There's such a great community, and the Gold Kingdom is just, it's all about sharing, man. All about helping each other out. Me and Mama Bird last night was watching several lives. There's several of our great friends. Jeffrey Button was live last night. We watched him for, I think, 3 hours. I mean, it was great getting to see him. You know, we've met Jeffrey and broke bread with him and prospected, and he's a great guy. And DNA had a live last night, or a premiere, I believe. Adventures Prospecting was live last night. There was so many of them, and man, I tell you what, these guys are killing it. They're killing it for their channels. They're doing great. Doing so many amazing. Just busted 500. Some of them getting ready to hit 1,000. James just broke 600. He's headed up there. Man, it's great to see it. It's great. I love it. Gaming content, not even good gaming. Well, you know what? We do go on gaming content. Mama Bird and I both do. We don't do a lot of gaming ourselves, but you know, we have our older boys. You know, when I say our older boys, you know, we got boys that are almost 40, but we've been married for 40 years. Mama Bird and I have. Hello from Northern Indiana, says Jim Smith. But yeah, we enjoy gaming channels, and they have our gaming channels. Jeffrey has a really good gaming channel. Jeffrey Button does. Come on in there. Anybody from Indiana is always welcome in the Gold Kingdom. They are some of our great friends. Speaking of Indiana Creek Gold, my pal Brian, he had a great premiere out there yesterday. We had a lot. We got to get up there and see him. Hopefully Rich A3 can come down and visit. Good night, Munchie says, Happy White History Month to everyone. Well, appreciate that. You know, it's always somebody's month, you know, and we want to celebrate it all. Hit Monkeys, Rob says he does prospecting videos. Not very good videos, but I know how to find. You know, Rob's videos are great. He says there's a squirrel over there. Yeah, you know, ADHD GP, he done spotted a squirrel climbing a bank. But yeah, Rob does some amazing videos. Don't let him fool you. But when he says he can find the gold, he's being modest, because he can find the gold. I'm going to tell you what. I was hoping that our friend from Germany there was still in here. I was waiting to see him pop back in. I was going to make him moderator as well. Got 33 people in here, 18 likes so far. Please hit that like button. Come on in and set a spell. Don't know that we'll catch anything today, but you know what? We're going to have fun regardless of what we do. We're going to have some good conversation. And exactly, Rob, squirrel. Yeah, that's what I sat there talking or looking at the screen, and right over there on that bank, I seen this squirrel running along that bank. I'm lucky if I can find my pen. I think that most all of us that make these videos and try to make, show our adventures that we go on, because we go, man, this Gold Kingdom, we go on so many adventures, and every one of them's great. I mean, everybody has a good time. There goes a yacker right there. Swamp Dog, there he is. Hello from Greece. Way better kayaking friend. That could be me and you, make it, dog. If you was here, man, we could be right there like that, just kicking along. As long as Mia's in the makes the videos. Heck yeah. I was thinking of Mia yesterday. Me and Mom Bird. I had to take both our mine bosses up, and we had them groomed yesterday. They was way overdue. Nugget, man, I tell you what, he was like a little dust moth. He was so much, but man, I was thinking about how everybody out there just loves their mining bosses and loves their fur kids, and it's just they love everyone. It's great. Well, howdy, Karen. She says she's still needing prayers for this lung infection, please. Well, Karen, you better believe it. You better believe it. Let's send some prayers Karen's way. Swamp Dog says, how's the grandbaby, GP? Well, I'll tell you. Now, I'm not going to let out a whole lot because we got some wonderful praise reports, and we're getting we're getting into video chats more and more often. Still very she's on a lot of restrictions. She had to have a throat surgery. Did fine on it. She had been intubated so long after the aneurysm that the tube in there irritated part of her esophagus, and it developed an abscess described much like a pimple on your throat, and they had to go in and remove that. She's doing great after that, and I'm going to tell you what, we have some stories to tell, but Mama Bird's pretty excited about telling them. So I'm not going to give them all away, but let's just say prayers work. We know prayers work. God is real. God's everywhere. And you know what? He listens to us. Rob wants to know, what are you doing in Greece, Swamp Dog? Well, I'd say he's eating Greek food, man. I don't even know what time it is in Greece right now. I know they're going to be ahead of us. So what is it going to be? Thursday evening, early afternoon over there. Went on a cruise. Ooh, went through Rome and Greece and France, and he's developing some culture. Swamp Dog is a cultured person now. OGP don't have no culture. Tassie Devil, welcome in, Tassie. I know exactly who you are. Trader out of you. Glad to see you this morning. Hope you're having a good day. Closed all my new places in Caribou, Florida yesterday. Looking forward to fishing and crabbing. Still keeping Harper in my prayers. Karen, thank you, sister. We appreciate that. We hope your move and everything went well, and we hope you're safe. And we know that the Lord's not done with you, and we know that you're going to receive that healing that you're looking for, sister. We're holding that faith. We are. 25 amazing folks in here on this Thursday morning. It's almost 7 a.m. Almost 12 hours ahead of me, Swamp Dog. Yeah, that's pretty wild. the time difference that we all go through. And the first time that, years ago, the first time you're overseas, out of country, or even just on the other side of the nation from, and you're in a different time zone and you're talking to people, and you're thinking, hey, everybody should be up, but now it's 8 o'clock. Well, you know what? It's 6 o'clock there, or it may be, midnight across the seas, and it's a whole different thing. Went to the Roman Colosseum. That's awesome, Cassie. I'm glad you're doing good. The Sistine Chapel, very cool. Oh yeah, absolutely. I've never been there myself, but I've read stories about it. Hillbilly! There's the womp womp womp. Hillbilly's coming in. You have to check your bait a lot. There he is, the man, myth, the legend himself. That the donkiest donkey of the donkeys. There's Aqua Donkey, my pal. Good morning, Aqua Donkey. I just looking around here. I hear some gravel popping in behind me. I had somebody pull in. Not sure who it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a mega dog here, and I'm gonna have to pull this pole that's on the right and check the bait on it, and then we're gonna add it over to the left. I think. I think. So I'm gonna pull this one. Something got my bait. I don't know if it just came off, but it don't feel like I got bait on that little dude at all. I got a little bit left on it. I'm gonna chuck him back out there. I got enough to catch fish. Are you there? Got enough to catch fish. I'm gonna chuck him over there, kind of up underneath that branch. Let's see what we can do over there, if anything. That's not a bad spot. I don't know if it's a good spot, but it's not a bad spot. We're gonna change where I got that pole holder at. I'm gonna set him up right there. Ah, there we go. Tilt that over just a little bit so you guys can help me watch these poles, tip these poles here. Let you have that beautiful view of them clouds wafting by. What was that? Black Rifle to wake up. Yeah, I like that Black Rifle coffee. We buy there to Bass Pro here in Springfield. We go up to the Bass Pro in Springfield and get it. Hillbilly, we did get some good relaxed time in. And we were set up Monday to go live, and we had a show planned and everything. And Mama Bug, she just looked tired. She looked tired, Hillbilly. And she said, I said, you look tired, baby. And she said, I am tired. She said, it wouldn't take a whole lot for me to cancel the live. And I said, you know what? It'd be really easy. All you got to do is let these fine people know, and ain't nobody going to be mad at you, I promise you. And you know what? With all the love that you guys showed her when she wrote down there that she was gonna hang out Monday and not go live, I appreciate that, because that showed her that you guys do care. Must be catfish. I am catfishing, Karen. I absolutely am. And I'm using the Danny King's punch bait. That's the only thing I brung with me. And I had worms. I had night crawlers at home. A bunch of stuff. And I thought, well, if they ain't biting on Danny King's, they ain't biting. So, and I got treble hooks on there, so it makes it way easier for GP to hook him fish with them trebles on there. You're right. You're right, Rob. On a ship, my friend, been all over the Mediterranean and Rome. Yeah, jealous. I'm jealous. Well, thank you, Hillbilly. We love you so much, sister. There's a lot of turtles out here. We got our new, like, we get the monthly subscription to Missouri Department of Conservation. We got the new one yesterday, and I was reading it, and they was talking about all the different, the alligator gars, the short-nosed gars, long-nosed gars, that swim in these rivers, and talking about the alligator snapping turtles and the soft-shell turtles and stuff, and it's just a good read. Nikki! Howdy, Nikki. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Here's a little Goldgers in your cup. I thought I'd try to catch us a little dinner down here tonight, or this morning. So far, it's just all been a thought. Nikki needs stickers. Nikki, you do need stickers. Email me or Mama Bird your address. We've got some stickers that we can hook you up, sister. We just got the new Goldgers in your cup stickers. There's my pal Hobo Rob, Flower Gold Wizard, my brother Carl, Miller Outdoors, Maniac Mining, Forever and Always, Mama Bird, Jason E. Miner. I got that cup loaded down. Well, if any of you want stickers from GP, my email's in my about section, and guys, just email me and I'll get them out to you. And almost always, every time I send our channel stickers, we'll send, if we have other people's that they've sent us, I mean, we have got so many, we'll send all of them that we can. 2 new sets, awesome. I need to get a hold of them about making some stickers. Everybody, that they do such a good job on them and stuff. And I've seen some of them, and they do a good job. And if you guys want to send me stickers, I will absolutely love to have all your channel stickers. I have most of yours. I don't think I have one of Nikki's stickers. I may have one on one of my old sticker boards. Oh, 4 shirts. That's so cool. I can't believe these poles ain't moving. They ain't doing nothing. They just sitting there. These poles are doing their GP imitation is what they're doing. Doing nothing. That's pretty much GP's day. Well, Rob, I know you're busy and I'm the last thing on your mind, man, but I sure would like to have a text before you head out. That way I can keep you in my thoughts and know, that you're on your way, brother. I'm excited for you. You're living a dream that there's a lot of us that would love to do and will never be able to, and I realize that, and you're going to make it happen, man. You're making it happen. That's right, Hillbilly. Womp, womp, womp. Get coffee. I just got an email from Nikki. I appreciate that. I will absolutely. I'll put you a nice little sticker pack and a bling pack together tonight. And I know that when I tell Mama Bird that she's gonna get excited. So don't. You never know what you're gonna get from us, Nickies. So be expecting it, girl. It'll be there. Just put up a short. I'm gonna have to check that out. Actually, I think I see. No, that's not the one that I. Enjoy the midnight sun, Rob. It's fantastic. Oh man, it's going to be dangerous on Rob because Rob is like me. He has nothing but go, 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 go. If Rob is not going, he's sleeping, and that's the way a GP is. And that midnight sun is Rob. Rob is going to be all over the place and having the time of his life, and I can't wait to experience it with him. I can't wait to watch it through his eyes. It's going to be amazing. Hillbilly's making breakfast. Let's see. Let's see. I wonder what Hillbilly's making. Hmm. I'm gonna go with she's got some bacon and some pancakes going on. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I seen that too, DNA. And that's just it. As the bigger the kingdom gets, it's hard to keep up with everybody's stuff. I have a horrible, horrible habit of going through and I got Mama Bird's trying to break me of it and watching videos and forgetting to comment on them, laughing, giggling, and forgetting to comment on them. And Mama Bird's like, "You got to comment, or they don't know you're there." They know I'm there. I mean, I'm here. I know I'm there. Biscuits and gravy, says DNA. Tofu and eggs, says Rob. Maniac. Stay until October. And by October, it's going to be start getting pretty cold up there. I hope you got some nice cold weather gear that you're taking. I know you got a nice wetsuit you're taking, brother. I think you got a new dry suit, or you're trying to. I think in one of our conversations is what you was telling me, if I recall right. Off to work, says Donkey. Go get 'em, brother. Be safe out there. We miss you guys. We love you, Donkey. You and Beth, Aurora. Until the ice comes back in. Semi-dry, he said. Yeah. Tim Ivans, top of the morning to you. Maybe I'm not getting it out there far enough. I figured they'd be up closer to shore the way that water's dropping now that they're letting water out of the dam. So I'm fishing closer. Maybe I need to throw a little further out in that current. Just got an email from Tassie. Appreciate that, girl. We'll be getting some stickers out to you too. Yeah, that's the good suit. Kind of you run the hot water through. We got to make you a moderator, Sheriff. I don't know why you're not, but you are now. No womp womp yet, MMP, but man, we trying. We're trying to get that womp womp. We may have to we may have to make a dog these poles a little bit and freshen the bait up some. I got this big old 3-gallon pail of Danny King's punch bait. I got them little tubs of this stuff that when I started using it, I don't know, I got half a dozen of them at home saved back. I was going to make some Danny King's punch bait pay dirt and give out to some of you guys. And I can't get to stink. I don't care how many times I wash them things. I can't send that thing out stinking like that with dirt. Annie, welcome in, Annie. Oh, Annie been tearing them old channel cat up. Her and Bear, man, they've been tearing the gold up too. Come on with it. Exactly, Swamp Dog. Yeah, you got to have that hot water. I'm gonna check that pole on the right and freshen the bait if I need to on it. And then I'm gonna pitch him out there just a little further. I got these other two, all these right now, they're not out there 15, 20 feet. And then I'm gonna throw this other one out there in the current. There's something big that's been deposited in that big flood that we had, that 100-year flood the other day. There's something big here because the way the water's running, the current has changed since then. And it was running straight through, and now it's running and veering up towards that other bank. So I just wonder if there's a tree or something down there. I don't know. I know there's a big cave system right there, and this is one super deep pocket right here. I've dove in here recovering bodies many a times. I'm gonna check that bait here. Well, it feels like I got a little something still on there. We'll see how much. We might have to freshen it up some. Oh, I got a taste. There is a taste of bait on there. You see that? And just got a taste of it. So I think I am gonna freshen that a little bit. I'm gonna stick my glove on here one time. Open that Danny King's up. Freshen that little bait up just a little bit. Oh, that's a nice push him all up in there. Get all that, them old stinky juices. That hit me in the mouth. I took a big old mouth breath. That was nasty. Woo! I don't know how the fish can stand that stuff, but they love it, man. Tell you what. I pulled my poles out from the last time I used them, and I didn't clean my hooks real good. And them poles, the hooks were fuzzy. They were. Let's see. Right there, I see a spot that might be one on there. Let's find out. You want to? Right in that riffle. You can't ask for more than that. Come on with it. So this pole is in the current, so it's gonna bounce. We're gonna see this pole bounce here in a minute. It's gonna give it that current bounce. I'm gonna catch up with Chad here. You're right, Rob. That's exactly what I was. Sorry, guys, but that's exactly what happened. You know, here, picture this. Because a lot of you ain't never had used a stink bake out there, and I get it. You don't know how bad that really is. If you've ever had a cool, crisp fall morning, and you just shot a big old 10 point, and you tracked him down, and you get up there and you find him and you roll him over and you go to take them entrails out, you go to field dress him, and you're being real careful, and you get that knife running it up under that skin, and all of a sudden, you know, you're hot, you're sweaty at this point because you had to drag the deer, and you're excited and you're working him, and you punch that gut sack in your mouth breathing, and that odor comes up and gets you in the mouth. That's about what it was like. Yeah, it's like, ugh. It ain't crispy anymore after that. No, no. As we go into late July here, approaching August, you know, for these parts, August is what we call our dog days of summer, and that's when everything's hot, you know, and the snakes are out so bad, and the snakes are coming out now. It's it's that point time of year that you just want to be in the water, whether you're fishing, whether you're just rock hounding, gold prospecting, swimming, whatever you're doing, you want to be around water because it's so hot. Heck yeah, Tassie, you better believe it. Got to water the garden for Mrs. MMP. That's right. We got to take care of them gals, man. Roll call. Welcome in, my friend. Top of the morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Roll call has been hard at it, making some work happen, taking advantage of that summertime weather. How's Harper doing, Tim? Well, Tim, Harper is she's doing better each day. She had, and I said this earlier, she had to have a throat surgery because she had been intubated for so many weeks that the tube irritated part of her esophagus and it caused a lesion on there and kind of like a pimple inside your esophagus. And they had to go in and remove that 2 days ago. But she did great, and she's still making progress and waiting for that next uh, brain surgery that she has to have. We found a little more detail out about that, and you know what? God is good, and the surgeons that are on her case are the absolute best. We're thankful for that. The weather's great this morning. It was 68 this morning here. This was the coolest that we've had since May. 90 plus in Europe. Yeah, 70 to 90% humidity. You sound like you in Missouri, because that's where our humidity's been laying at. Peer Coops, howdy Peer Coops. Glad to see you, my friend. I got my thermosol. It's a little cool out here. Uh, I got my thermosol up and running. I'm sitting in here in all these weeds, making sure I don't get none of them old black flies or chiggers and skeeters over here on me. We appreciate that, Tim, and we know you have, my friend. That's right, Team Harper. Thank you, Tassie. Yeah, I think that's it, and we love it. And you can never, ever, ever, ever have too many prayers. as long as people are praying for you and not praying on you, because there's a lot of people out there in this world that try to prey on you too. And all we can do is pray for them people and hope that someday they get it and understand what it's like, that we're all here. We all, we have to share this place and we all have to get along. That's what it's about. Yeah, that's I've heard that too, DNA, that the humidity's been crazy high up there. Jason's been having a lot of trouble with that. My pal Jason, he up there in Michigan because the humidity's been so high. It's been that way here. It's not that way. It wasn't yesterday. Humidity wasn't bad. It was only like 67%. And today, I think it's only supposed to be 70, 75%, which still isn't bad for Missouri for this time of year. Uh, Usually, though, man, you walk outside, you instantly get wet. It was so nice yesterday that I lit the charcoal grill and we grilled some burgers and some brats. I made some German style brats up. Of course, you guys know I'm part German, part Irish, but I made some German brats with some good kraut and some peppers and different things. Oh man, they were tasty. That's what Mama Bird's having for lunch today. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was more the smoke than anything. Yeah, but I guarantee you the humidity played in that. It had to. I know it plays on me. At my age, the humidity absolutely plays on me. And I can't imagine the smoke that you guys are suffering up there. That's one of the articles in the Missouri Conservation that we was reading this month, and it's probably because there is so many wildfires right now. Is with all our national forests and forests that we have in Missouri, and Missouri is loaded with forests, as you guys know. We don't have the wildfires. We do have wildfires, but they don't out of control, or they usually don't get out of control like they do in other places. And conservation specialists said that reason being, and the only reason being, is because our humidity is so high here that it helps control the wildfires. And that's pretty wild when you think about it. Tassie, you have a great evening. I hope you sleep well, and we'll be sending some stickers your way soon. And the great thing about stickers, guys, and some of the bling stuff is even overseas and stuff, we can send them overseas. There's with the gold and the pay dirts and the coins and stuff, we have gotten beaten down so many times by customs and got taken advantage of because we try to do everything right, and we try to be honest when we fill out our customs sheets and everything. And they just, they'll take the package and then they'll send you a letter or an email saying the package was destroyed because it didn't meet the requirements, or they're sending it back. And we've gotten two packages back from customs out of maybe 7 times them saying they're sending it back, and we never received it back. Every time it had gold or coins in it, something valuable. Need moisture. It's been buried. Indiana Creek was saying, that's what Brian was saying, that they need some rain, but it looks like they're going to get it this right now. There's some heading that way, I think. Canada dogs. Corlinators work great. Absolutely. I cannot believe. Man, I figured by now, I've been down here right at an hour. That's exactly how long I've been here, is an hour. And I figured I'd have 2 or 3 fish in it. I told Mama Bird, I said, within 2 hours, I'll have dinner caught. It looks like Tonight's dinner is going to be something made out of ground beef because GP is unable to catch the fish. Glenn Campbell, welcome in, my friend. Yeah, you got to enjoy it like that, roll call. You got to, man. It's the little things. And you know, me and Jason was talking the other day, and I told we was complaining about the heat back and forth to one another. I said, you know what? Just wait about 3 months, and we'll be complaining how cold it is. Still catching it from the grocery store, right? If I'm gonna get any fish to fry up, it looks like it's gonna have to be at the grocery store. You never got that first one? Oh shit. That's been so long. And oh, the, the post office, let's don't even talk about the post office. Prices keep going up and the service keeps getting worse. I mean, we're paying people more money to rob us now. Is what we're doing at the post office. There, you know, and in the last 3 months, there is several, and I'm not going to say any names or anything, but there's several packages of stuff that we won on different places that never made it to us. And all you can do is blame the post office because I know it's not the people in the kingdom. I know there's something going bad in the post office, and it's aggravating. It's upset, you know. But what are you gonna do? You're at their mercy. Damn it, Carl. That's right. Rhinestone cowboy. Bow, bow. No. Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. GP has something good for you. Fishy, fishy in the brook. Come and get on GP's hook. The fresh fish here in Greece is amazing. Sea bass, red snapper, and grouper. The fishermen were at the pier selling fresh fish in restaurants. Were pretty cool. Yeah, any of them piers like that, man. I've not experienced it over there. I would love to because the culture that you must be experiencing has to be overwhelming. I would, I mean, it would be great. But I have been on piers where they're selling fresh fish, the boat, and we were in Hawaii one time, and they just brung the guy. Literally, we seen the boat, a small paddle boat, and a guy was out there, and he was pulling nets, and he come in, and he had all these fresh ahi. And he told us that if we wanted some fresh ahi, to go up there to, and they had these vans set up, and to go up there and let them know. We watched him out there clean the fish, cook the fish, and then fed us the fish, and it was so delicious. It was amazing. So what you're seeing, I can only imagine, Swamp Dog. I bet it's amazing. It's mind blowing. Electric mail cars. Have you seen them things, man? We got some of them locally that yeah, I agree, Rob. Something's got to change. DNA says be careful with grouper. Lots of parasites in grouper. And Carabel, they caught so many fish: salt redfish, speckled trout, white trout, sea bass, and shark. Oh, sounds fun. They can afford it because they're reselling our packages, right? I When I mailed 30 packages out last week after the a Christmas in July, after the duck races. That next day, I went up and mailed 30 packages out, and several of the packages was worth way over the $100 insurance that is automatically included. So I added more insurance to it, and then I got to talking with the young lady that was taking my money and weighing the packages and stuff. And I asked her, I said, "Do you think that alerts thieves when they see a higher interest, insurance on that to steal the package?" And she said, "Absolutely, I think it does." So I wanted to make sure, so we went ahead and took the extra out, because one of the prizes is worth almost $500. So I put that on the insurance on it. It went fine. He got it, and there's a cool story that we're going to tell about that this individual shared with us. Uh, it's amazing, and the Gold Kingdom never quits. I get goosebumps thinking about it. It never quits amazing me, and I think it's wonderful. I want Mama Bird to be with me when we share the story. Uh, but anyway, I'm going to keep putting the extra insurance on them when I mail them out. I don't know that I would ever get it out. Anytime that I've ever tried to file an insurance claim on pay dirt, it's always went bad every time because they want to see receipts on where you bought gold. They want to see that, and it's like, no, I don't buy the gold. You don't understand. I'm a prospector. I go out and dig the gold. I find it. How can I show you a receipt on what I'm doing? It, it's messed up. The way that they got their system is messed up. They don't take anybody at their word no more. We all get behind on mail call, Karen. Swamp Dog says he's caught a buzz or two, but ain't got no fish. Of melanoma viral cancer. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Haven't heard nothing about that. I like the priority shipping as well. And even that's went up in price. A small priority package now is $18.95 to ship. Got gold from the GP. Got gold from the Gold Bank of Mama Bird LLC. Yeah, that's the thing. And here's the deal. We have bought pay dirts before and have receipts for that, and we've bought stuff like that throughout the kingdom, the community. But and I could have showed them the receipts. I could have lied, but I'm not like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be honest about it, and I'm going to do the right thing, and I expect them to do. If they don't, them, I'll go to them pearly gates knowing that I did the right thing. A black looking catfish, huh? Like a bullhead, maybe? Do they get big? I mean, what size are they? We don't have no black looking catfish around this area that I'm aware of. We got blue cats, white cats, flatheads, channel cats, bullheads. The bullheads are usually darker, but they're more of a yellow, darkish yellow color. They had them in buckets, not sure how big they get. Yeah, I'd be interested to find that out. More about that species itself. If it's, where they're dominantly come from, if they're from that, if they're indigenous or if they're invasive. It's about time to check bait again. think I'll check it on that center pole. That's the last one I pitched out there. Because they ain't biting. Caught an albino cat. Ooh, Glenn, that's pretty cool. I've seen them. I've never caught an albino, but I have seen pictures of guys that have caught them before. And they are amazing looking. I guess every species out there can be albino. You know, it's just they're missing that one chromosome. Channel cats in Cali. Got a lot of or I say a lot. We see them a lot, but mostly because we spend a lot of time out in the woods, and have so many trail cameras out that we have a lot of albino deer and turkeys, squirrels, about everything you got in the woods. You know, and then we have what they call pall malls that are they look calico. You know, they're brown and white and patched. And my son killed a nice 8-point buck about 5 years ago. That was like that. We called him the white-faced buck. I had pictures of him when he was just a baby born with his mama, and then over the years had pictures of him growing up, and then my son took him bow hunting. Brown bullhead catfish, says Karen. Okay, when you said that, that's what I was thinking. I have heard of bullhead catfish getting some, because they're a little different. They're still a catfish, but they're a little different. And I have heard about them getting disease and illness that other fish don't get. And that's why I asked if they were bullhead. At home we have 2 to 3 acre pond with some nice catfish, sunfish, and perch. Sounds amazing. When we first got married, Mama Bird and we leased a place at 400 acres and had 3 ponds on it. And of course it wasn't ours, but we was allowed to fish them and hunt there and all that. But they had some beautiful big crappie in there and some nice largemouth. That's been a long time ago, a lot of years ago. I had a little bitty house too. 3 rooms, that's the entire house. There was 3 rooms. There was a bedroom. There was a area that we called the living room that wasn't just barely big enough for a little chair, a fold-up chair, and a stove. And then there was the kitchen area. And then we ended up building a bathroom onto the kitchen area, just have an indoor bathroom. I'm gonna check this middle pole, because I ain't doing nothing else. It feels clean. I think he got something. I didn't see it move. I don't think nothing. Yeah, it's fit. I don't think nothing bit it. I just think that the current took the bait off maybe. But it's clean. It's clean. So I gotta bait him up. Break out the Danny Kings. Get my glove on. Get my glove on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These gloves have been sitting in the sun in the back of my truck, and they're stuck together. Oh. Where'd that hook go? There it is. There it is. Come here, hook. I'll show you guys the way I do this. Factor here. Well, I just drop him down in there, and then I poke that hook. Got my poke stick down in there, and then that's nasty shit. I don't know what that is. It looks like a used condom, but I have no clue. And then we immediately put this bucket lid back on, just so we can breathe again. And That's how I do it. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it, but that's the way I do it. And we pitch the line back out there. And we say, fishy, fishy in the brook, come and get on GP's hook. Let's get a big womp, womp, womp. We chucked that one out there. Go on out there and get you some of that. Turn that bait alert on. I'm gonna pull a little slack out of that. There we go, like so. And then we're gonna set right back down here. Turtle got your bait, said Karen. Might have. Turn that up. I like the way that looks. Them clouds drifting over like that. That far bank over. Yummy, yeah, right? Spit on it for luck, says Karen. Boy, that line slacked back up. We're just gonna let her slack up. All right. That ought to bring him in. Glenn, you have a wonderful day. Don't work too hard, my friend. There's a lot of turtles out here. A lot of them. School, around here it hasn't. School has not started up around here yet, but next month it starts back in August. Old Danny boy says, works every time. Welcome in, my friend. Top of the morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are down here absolutely catching nothing this morning. We haven't got a single bite. I haven't even got a chigger bite or a skeeter bite. Man, I'll tell you what, them skeeters and black flies last week, you know, I know there's a season on them to where they mass and all that, but it must have been last week, must have been the peak there around our place, because we couldn't go outside without just getting smooth tore up. Big old bites on our legs and face and arms and everything. It was horrible. Heath Doty! The water looks dirtier than my thoughts. Well, ain't nothing out there dirtier than that, Heath. I'm gonna tell you right now. But yeah, the water, it's a little murky. It's a little murky. It's not bad, but it's by no means muddying up. I wish it was a little bit, but this is a good thing, because it is down and it is back down to about normal. That means that I can kayak up and get up there to that one spot up there. So I'm gonna throw some kayaks in the back of the truck in the morning or tonight. Oh, did you guys see that? Was that on camera? I hope that was on camera. That was a gator gar, guys. He just popped the water about 3 foot long, maybe a little longer. He come up, pop the water, and come down. I don't know if it might have been on that left side. Well, appreciate your roll call. You have a good one too out there, man. Looking forward to seeing some more of what you got going on, man. That was just slicker and slick the way you was dropping them trees the other day. Got to go adulting. Got adulting to do later. Nah, hillbilly. There's plenty of time for adulting. We do that after a while. Got quiet. mostly because I shut up. Darren, welcome in, Darren. How you doing, my friend? Let's make you a standard moderator. Everybody can connect to you, and you connect to them. Down here on the James River, doing a little channel cat fishing. It was a nice morning, nicest morning we've had in a month, and I thought I'd go fishing. And I tell you what, I'm no regrets. It's beautiful out here, but I ain't catching a damn thing. I ain't even got a bite. Man, I wish you guys would have seen that big old dude jump out of the water just a little bit ago. I, it would have been right about there if you would have, because it was just out. I think it was just out of screenshot. It was cool though, and it was a big one. Well, I got one line up close to shore. I got one line directly in the head of the riffle, and I got another line out in the belly of the riffle where that vortex starts at. So, and I ain't getting no bites. I know I got good bait. They just love this bait. The thing is around here, the channel cat came off the nest right around the first week of July. So about 2 weeks ago, they came off the nest. And they just lit up. And I mean, you couldn't throw a bare hook in the water without catching a nice channel cat. And then after they get their belly full, and at that time the water was up, rolling, and muddy. I mean, we was underwater and flooding. Well, since we haven't really got any rain, enough to settle the dust, it's been hotter than hot, and the water has begun to recede and has receded over the last 2 weeks by about 14 foot. It's about 12, 14 foot down from what it was at that time. So what I'm thinking is if ain't nobody been upriver, there's two holes, big old deep holes upriver on the current. If ain't nobody been up there fishing, man might be able to throw his yak in, paddle upstream, do a little dragging here and there, and set on a gravel bar and do a little night fishing. So we may do that Friday. There might be some old big old flathead laying up in there. Bring my net, throw out get some creek minnows, do some creek minnow fishing and some Danny King. Maybe bring a snack to, might even spend the evening down here. Darren says live perch. You better believe it. You better believe it. Yeah, I guess it was earlier this spring. Just right up the river, just a little bit, another little spot I had. I couldn't fish in this spot because the water was up, but I went down there and just started out, didn't have any bait except about a half dozen of red wiggler worms with me. And we caught some perch, cut them up, and we ended up catching, I don't know, 4 or 5 nice channel cat off them perch we caught up. Man, I filmed most of it. It was all live. I know you guys was there, and it was a great time. That's when I did the womp 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 dance for Hillbilly. Karen, we can eat them. I mean, they're white meat. They're not a bad fish. They're just so damn bony. It takes so long to cut them up and to clean them. I've heard guys say that they like to pressure cook them like they do carp and stuff, but I've never really been into them that much. I'll be honest with you. Now I've been on the river in different places and I've been hungry and I have cooked them and eat them and they got my belly full and they didn't taste bad. But I guess to answer your question, no. Most of the time, I do not eat them. I have, when I set lines out, and I'm going to try to do that for you guys this year. I haven't for the last couple years. You guys haven't seen me set them out. One of the reasons is there's a trick to setting lines out, whether you're in a river or a lake or what have you. There's different methods, and it's kind of like a family secret, you know. And I didn't want, you know, my pops is gone now, he and everybody, and I didn't want to reveal any family secrets. But you know what? It's sharing, and that's what it's about. I want to share my methods and see if they can help anybody else. But I've caught some big old alligator gar on my lines, and usually, no, they 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 get left right where they get caught. Got you, Rob. Will do, my friend. And I just got it. I just got the pop up saying that I just got it. So I'll check that out here shortly. Now, I don't jug fish in this river. We're allowed to, but I usually don't. There's a place that I do if the water's just right, Karen, up a little ways. But I usually trot line and limb line. I do both. Uh, and my trot lines are long enough. They go all the way across, you know. There's parts of this river here that's 100, 115 feet long, you know, wide. And they'll go all the way across it because I do a lot of lake fishing too. And we do a lot of lake trot lines. Some of my trot lines are over 300 foot long. So, and we're allowed 33 hooks in the water per person. 30 of them is by alternate methods. That's limb lines, trot lines, and in 3 of them you're allowed bank lines. You're allowed 3 bank lines each, and that's what I have out right now is 3 bank lines. But I try to keep it when I do trot lining. I keep it right there at that 33 per person. You know, those left behind. I need to get hold of you, man. We need to talk about some stickers and stuff, man. I'm just you are you are lighting it up. Soak the meat in Tabasco sauce all night in the fridge, then fry it. Ooh, that's worth a try. I love Tabasco, man. I do love some jug fishing, and there's a place down there at the cabin at the lake down there on Table Rock that we love to do some jug fishing in. We just have not had time to get down there this year with everything that's went on, early season storms, and then with our granddaughter, you know, everything happening. We haven't got to do anything that we wanted to. We got to go prospecting earlier in the spring, and I'm thankful for that. And we're going to go again here real soon. We're just utilizing it and trying to make the best of the time. Absolutely do frog gigging. I just pulled my frog gigs out of the shed the other day, Karen. It opened up. Our frog season opened up on the 1st. And this is the first year I've missed opening night of frog gigging. And I don't know when, since the deployment or I was on duty or something, you know, because I love frog gigging. And I haven't went. I could have. I've had opportunity to go. I just didn't. And you know, it was because I was just worn down. I've been tired and been worn out, you know. But I love frog gigging. We even a lot of times we'll go out and we'll take our bows and we'll harvest a bunch of them big old frogs with our bows with archery equipment. That's a lot of fun. I've got some old video footage of doing that, you know, from 25 years ago. It's crappy footage. You know, 25 years ago, we didn't have all this technology, and they might have had it, but I didn't have it. Still 16 amazing people watching me watch my pose absolutely do nothing. These poses are doing nothing, man. I just I don't understand why. Oh yeah. You gotta be careful around these parts watching the creeks. You're gonna get snake bit if you get in around them too much. We got a lot of ponds that we go around though that we frog gig just like that, Karen. And then this I love to frog gig this river. If you hit it early, by now season's been going on 3 weeks now, so it's probably not very many frogs left. But we like to do that out of our little flat bottom. And in this fall, in the fall when the water starts clearing up and getting see through and everything's getting cold, we go fish gigging, and we also bow fishing. I got a 12-foot Lake John that we put the light out on the front of it, and it's got the guardrail around it, and we stand up there on the aluminum deck and just drift down through there, and we do a lot of these big old gar. We shoot them dudes and carps and sucker, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Darren, you're right, man. That, I can't think of any funner time that I've had as a little boy or with my boys as doing just what you said, tying a little something a little red on there and digging it in front of a frog and waiting for them, and you hook into them. It's a good time, man. And the kids loved it. I loved it. I loved it when I was a kid. Technology is sure changed. Went from having to carry around them big old D cell, and I'm talking them lights that we used to use for frog gigging. They were so heavy and so big, but my God, they were bright. It was like having a car light, a headlight, mobile headlight, but you had the half of a car battery, and big 6-volt batteries that we used to have with them. And now everything is so small and so bright with headlamps and stuff, and it just blinds. Superior lighting and technology. It's made it a lot easier. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm gonna be on here for about another 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna head back. So listen up here, fish. Y'all only have 30 minutes left. OGP's gonna give y'all 30-minute warning here. If y'all want to ride no big red OGP's truck, if y'all want to ride, come on up here. Now's the time. Take a number and pick a line. GP's waiting. The truck's right here. You can go for a ride. That's perfectly clear. End up on my plate? That's highly plausible. Them old channel cat. You never know. Karen, I'm absolutely keeping you in your prayer, sister. And you get out there and have as much fun as you can have today. And keep jumping through them hoops, doing them breathing treatments, and doing all that exercising, because that's going to work. It's going to pay off. And keep that faith, girl. Just know it. Just know it. Just know that you've got that healing. Just know it. Hold on to it. It belongs to you. That's Karen's healing. I got a trash bag up in the truck that I put up there that I'm gonna walk around, pick some trash up before I get out of here today. I hate that there's so many people that come down here to these public places and just leave their trash. I mean, why? That's right, best physician ever. Tim's reminding everyone to keep Mary in the prayers. She's still in the hospital. I can't keep from looking over my right shoulder over here, up above this bamboo we got growing over here at that gravel. It's all that fresh gravel that's got deposited over there from the floods. And, they could be a little shiny holding out in there. Now, this particular area, we are not, it is prohibited to prospect, dig, or anything. It's conservation area. And I understand logistics behind that because there's so many people out there that just don't take care of an area. But other than that, you get out of the conservation area and you can prospect. You know, most of the rivers and creeks, as long as it's just a pan and a scoop here in Missouri, it's allowed as long as you're not trespassing on a conservation area. We just can't use equipment except for when we're in private. If we're on private area, we can use equipment. I seen a video Joe put out yesterday, him and Lisa, that he found a new creek that he hasn't even tried yet. He said he was going to take a sample out of it. I can't wait to see what that is there in St. Francis. Because that's where we prospect. That's where we find 90% of our gold is the St. Francis mountain range and the foothills there around St. Francis. That's a lot of area, a big place. Joe's been getting some amazing cleanups after that flood. They had the flood down there that was just, well, it took a lot of lives. It was unfortunate. It was a surprise thing in the mountains that flooded up, and it just come up and engulfed campsites and took campers and tents and buildings. People ran to buildings for safety, and it took the buildings in the water even, and it was horrible. But that mess was all over and cleaned up, and our response teams did an amazing job. Responded from all around the state, and they did a terrific job. I think there was only one life lost in that flood, if I remember right. Carl! Miller Outdoors! That's the one, the only inventor of the world famous Carl Nader. Miller Outdoors. My brother Carl. I haven't discussed this in detail yet with Mama Bird, but I have talked a little bit about it with Joe and Hopper. And we are planning on going down next month here in a week or two and doing an extended stay prospecting, fishing, fun trip. Because it's looking like it's the only one we're going to get this summer. So we're going to make the best of it. Or I'm going to try to. Because Mama Bird, she took her customary 2 weeks off, week off work, 10 days, whatever it was. And she's got 3 weeks, 4 weeks vacation and all that. So she got plenty of vacation. It's just that we haven't been able to go with the situations that we have going on that life has handed us right now. And we just got to roll with the punches and do what you can do. And we're about to where I think we can get out and sneak out and spend maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 days a week down there. And just relax and have fun and find some goals and just do what we all love to do. They are not biting, Carl. They are not. I don't know, man. Maybe I needed some Miller luck. I don't know. Send me some Miller luck, brother, because I haven't got a nibble. I come down here just 3 days ago. Me and Mama Bird drove down here, and I stood right here in this spot, threw my pole out, caught, just started whaling them. And just standing here, and it was later in the day. It was a hot part of the day when you don't expect fish to bite. Now that was cool. Right there, see, might still see the ripples coming up. Maybe, maybe not. Just had a nice big old flathead, and that don't happen very often. Big old flathead just rolled the water. Flathead will not bite this bait that I have. And if the flathead have moved in here, that could be why I'm not catching a channel cat. Because the gar and the flathead, as you guys know, they'll tear them channel cats up. They'll eat them because they're bigger than they are. And there's my other brother, Jason E. Minor, the Golden Skull. I bet Jason's ears was on fire earlier because me and DNA were talking about him there. So yeah, any of you guys that are looking for something to do that want to come hang out for a few days or a week or what have you, hit me up. I'll let you know where we're gonna be at. Maybe you can come on down and do a little camping, fishing, prospecting. We may take the kayaks. We've taken them before. The thing about it is, every time we take the kayaks, we never end up using them. We always end up getting on the gold, and then we forget about everything else, and we just prospect. You know how it is. Caught all the channel cats. It's now home to the flatheads. If I had some creek minnows right now, I could tell you if that was the thing. And whenever I loaded Mo Big Net, I got a big 36-inch net. Wizard commented on it the other day how big it was. Let me show you this, guys. You guys have all seen it, but it's 36 inches from this point over to that point. And I have caught flathead out of this river that you couldn't put their head in this net. That's how big they get. So let me tell you, I could have, and flathead, I catch them on creek minnows and perch. And they got to be live bait around this part. They won't bite anything unless it's live. I have caught them on worms, but again, worms are live. 3 feet. That's like a yard, says Rob. It's just like a yard. Yeah, it's big on that. And it's overkill usually. It's overkill for this area. But the thing is, if you need a net this big and you don't have a net that big, then you in trouble. Me and my pops years ago, when I was a young man in my upper 20s, we fought a flathead trying to get it in the boat. And we was in that 12-foot flat bottom that I was talking about, that very boat. And we fought that fish, and we could not. It was so big, we couldn't get it in the net. We couldn't get the head in the net. Finally, it broke the lead line, and the lead line that we use on our trot lines is a 150-pound test Dacron, and it broke it. I don't know how big this fish was, but it broke it because the hooks that we use, I might have some of them. I can show you. I don't know that I got any of my big hooks with me. I used to have a few in here just on the in case they were going to bite. Oh, I do. Use on our trot lines when we're flathead fishing. Decent sized stainless hook. But we've had several of them to bend them hooks, straighten them out, different things. They get big around here. I'm not gonna kid you none. The empty net. Yeah, well, it is today. That's a fact. I promise you. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not bragging here. I'm not going to brag at all about it because GP I don't like to brag. And they say it ain't bragging if you say it, you back it up. But this may be, you be witnessing history on this creek, on this river right here, right now, today. Because I don't think that there's ever been a time that I have sat on this river and not caught at least one channel cat when I've fished for them. that I can remember anyway. I mean, I might have, but I can't remember ever getting skunked. And I'm skunked. Today I've got skunked. And this one for the record books. Outfitter 6, I see fish in your future. I hope so, man. I set a timeline. I told myself I was going to end this live at 8:30 if I didn't catch one, or at least they start biting. And they haven't so much as even showed me they was going to bite. I seen a big gar, probably a 3 footer or so, come up completely out of the water a while ago, and then I seen a big flathead just roll, and it was right up by the bank. And I figured they was biting on the bank, and that's where I fished at earlier. And I still got one of the poles up on the bank, but it hasn't got a nibble. Yep, 20 minutes, Rob. Yes, sir. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna hold to it. Uh, I don't know. I got 20 minutes to not get skunked in. I better turn it on. I better turn the heat up. Time to turn up the heat. Let's check this one. No, let's leave this one there. That's the one that's the last one I threw out. I want to check this one. That's the one. Ah, Karen has already left, but that I felt resistance on that. And Karen, that was a turtle. You was right. I just want everyone to know that Miss Karen, she knows her fish. She was right. There was that was down there, an old turtle had got it in its mouth, and I felt the resistance. I felt him pull back when I went to reel it in. And that could be too. Well, I didn't get it back. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out. Glove up. Open up this old Danny King stink bait. Stick some of this in there. Ball that stuff on there. Yeah, that stuff stinks. Close your mouth, GP. Alright. We got a big old ball of that on there. If I was a big old channel cat, there's a break in the water right there. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go for it. Good spot. Right where I wanted that on that break. Let's just see. And this one, let's try that. It's still got bait on it, it feels like. Oh yeah, it's still good and baited up. Let's give that a go. There we go. Born to mind, forced to work. That's that. That's right. Yeah, if you're a masturbator, that's it. Gloves are required to be a masturbator. I mean, they provide protection. Let's face it. And we all know to wrap that rascal, you got to be protected. I don't, this stuff though, I'll tell you what, man, you need like 6 gloves. I don't know what that thing is coming up out of the side of the bucket leaching out of there. It looks like an old dirty used protection of some kind. Hell, I never felt more like singing the blues than I do right here with you. Yep, looking like it's going to be ground beef night for supper. I'm glad I put that package of ground beef off in the refrigerator to thaw before I left as a backup. No glove, no loves. I like that, Heath. No, says Maniac. Listening to the sounds of that babbling brook run over them, that bedrock over there, seeing that exposed bedrock over there, it just, ooh, got 1,000 things racing through my mind right now. I may do this again in the morning. I don't like to get skunked at anything. I may do this again in the morning. But if I do, it's gonna be a little different experience. We're gonna start out on the bedrock, and we're gonna start out with GP with his throw net. I'll get some creek minnows is what I'll do, and then I can bait up a couple poles with creek minnows and pole with Danny Kings, and we'll just see what they're liking. Because I got a sneaky suspicion that are patrolling this deep hole right here since them floods. And that be the case, I might be able to hook into a couple of them. Still 14 amazing Gold Kingdom people out there watching me, and I appreciate it. I'm humbled, and I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate it. I thank you. I want to apologize to you guys too for not putting out much comment. So the thing is last year when Mama Bird hit 500 last year, she and it's been almost a full year now. Next month will mark that 1 year. She monetized her channel. It's something she wanted to do, and I asked her. I said, "Well, what are you looking to get out of it?" She said, "I'd like to hit 1,000 subscribers within a year." And I said, "Well, let's do it. Let's do it." So I've been doing as much as I could do to help promote her channel and to get it up and going. And she has been killing it, doing an amazing job. And I think that if everything hadn't happened, that she would have already passed it. If we'd have been able to get out there and put more content out there and talk to you guys more. We just haven't been able to. And I'm sorry for that, guys. And going forward, I'm going to be doing some more of this because my channel is all about just showing you guys what GP does. You know, I've been around a long time in this old world, and I have been all over the place, and I have led an amazing adventure life. And I love seeing all your guys' adventures, and I want to share mine. And I'm going to start putting out some more of this. And I've got so many buckets of tailings that I still need to run. And now this is all material that I've run before and pulled gold out of. But you know what? We all miss gold. And anytime you run a tailing, you find a fleck of gold that you missed the first time. For me, it's a sense of gratitude and accomplishment that, hey, you know what? I'd admit, if I rerun you, I'd have missed you. He says, I'm not really watching. I just got you on at work. Right on, Heath. Hey, man, that's cool. Yeah, you guys did get the Starlink. Oh, I've noticed that too because you guys, you everything's better. Your internet's way better. We were looking into Starlink. If I knew for sure that it would work in the mountains where we prospect at, I'd get it. They've got some great specials going on right now, and it's affordable. But I don't know that for sure. Some dead spots in it, and the raw amount of iron that are in them mountains here, the St. Francis Mountain. I mean, it just kills everything. I don't know that. I'd like to know somebody that had it, that was here, that used it, and said, "Yeah, it works good. Look," but I don't know nobody yet. I guess the thing to do would be just pull the trigger on it and try it, for a month or two and see. I don't know. Starlink works in Africa. Yeah, I'm sure it does. But does it work in the Francis Mountain Range in Missouri? That's the question. And that's what everybody says, Rob, is that it works great. And I'm sure it does. And I'll bet it does work there. I bet it does. It's just, I don't know. You know, I I invest so much money in just the camera stuff and all that, and it's like, is this absolutely worth it? And I don't know. But with Mama Bird really taking off and looking at doing this and doing more of it, I think it might be time that we go ahead and invest in Starlink. Because I think I can get it right now promoed with the equipment for like $59 a month. As long as I retain it for so many months, the equipment's free. But if you drop it, then you got to pay for the equipment and stuff like that, which, I understand that. And I did that, Rob, and there was that area where we're not showing that it's covered, and it's not showing that it isn't covered. It's kind of like a gray zone that it's like Starlink didn't know if it was covered. And there's places that we get cell service down there, but not very often. From what I'm seeing you guys say, yeah, I mean, I think it's probably worth the investment. And that's what I'm wanting to do. Is it's not for home use or anything. It's strictly for camping and outing. And I guess I should probably get a hold of Starlink and see, one of their representatives, and see if they've got anything they can hook us up with. That would be the only reason I would ever need to use it, because we have every single place, other than, well, I say that every place, but there's some that we do get good service at. One of the places that we like to go down and when it's hot out like now and go to, we get good cell service. We can go live, and you guys have seen us live there, sniping and prospecting and high banking, and it's we get some decent shiny out of there, but it's not as good as the other places. And if we're going to, drive 4 hours one way, I'm going to make the best of it and get to go to the best place I know of. Is there better places? You damn right. I know there is, and I just haven't found them yet. Somebody will find them sometime, but that's why they call it prospecting. I think I'm going to check into it. I almost pulled the trigger at Christmas time on one. They did a $29 special, and I almost got it then. Fish, you're running out of time, says Tim. Yeah, I'm hitting it hard, man. I'm fishing hard, man. I'm tearing it up. I'm almost at this point. I almost fell back to sleep. I had to take another shot of my Goldgers. Well, I appreciate it, Rob and Tom and everybody, and Dan and Fran. Let me know about the. I know you guys have it, and I believe everything that comes out of your mouth. There ain't no reason for me to doubt it. If you're saying that you think it'll work, then I have to err on your guys' expertise on it. Uses about 20 watts of battery. And that's another thing. A lot of times where we camp at is 3 miles or four from where we're prospecting at. So we'd have to be able to, the link would have to be portable enough, and I'd have to be able to run it on like, one of my lithium batteries, which I've got some good lithium batteries, that don't weigh anything, 18 AH, 20 AH. The unlimited roam. Yeah, I wouldn't need anything like that because honestly, if we had it, we would use it maybe once or twice a year. Uh, we just don't get to drive down there that often. Not as often as we'd like to. I could do that 20 per month. I like that being able to turn it on and off as you need it. Honestly, whenever we switched StreamYard over and got the premium StreamYard, that was for one live. I was only going to do that 1 month 2 years ago, and that was a Halloween live. It was a big 2 year ago Halloween live that we did. And I knew that we was going to have a lot of guests on stage. We ended up with like a dozen people on stage. It was a great live. We had so much fun. Gave away so much gold. It was amazing. And we had so much fun with it, with all you guests up there, that we kept it. And we've kept it now. And StreamYard has continued to only charge us the price from 2 years ago. So we're getting a premium rate at what the basic rate is now. So it works out pretty good. I don't know if they will, change that price later or not, but each month we get a discount, and they discount our price. So if it was something like that, yeah, and it's like anything else. You never know when you've got monthly subscription if it's going to help you or if you're going to like it or not, and you want to be able to shut it off if you don't want it. And a lot of times all the underwriting in there says you got to have it for a year or this, or you owe this money and that money, and that's the kind of stuff I'm worried about on it. And it looks like we are just hit 8:30. Keeping to my word, I'm gonna flip this screen around here one time, and we're gonna talk to you, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm actually gonna keep fishing, but I'm gonna end live because there's no sense in you guys being bored, not watching me, being able to see me catch any of these fish. Let me flip this around here. Boom! There's that old ugly mug. Got him in here. You can see the bamboo. See the bamboo growing up behind me. It'd be easy. There's a couple of them over there about 8 foot long that make nice little fishing rods. And I'd probably find some line up here. There's a lot of trash. I'm gonna spend some time picking some trash up and get this area policed up a little bit before I go. But guys, thanks for coming out. Again, look for more of these. If you guys like hanging out with me, I like hanging out with you. Like our talks, like taking all that wisdom that you guys have out there in the kingdom, man, and using it. You guys are a bunch of wise people, and I appreciate it. I look forward each week to you guys' excursions and adventures. Yeah, I wanted to see a big one too. There's Clint coming in. Clint, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good. Uh, you guys witnessed history today. For the first time that I'm aware of at this place right here, GP got skunked. I didn't catch fish. I didn't get a bite. Didn't get a nibble. I didn't even get a skier bite, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have my thermocell on here. Got my thermocell. I say my thermocell. This is actually Mama Bird's. I just grabbed the first one that I had. You can see a little pink cord on there. But poles are still in the same position they was in when I took the camera around. Upright and neutral. They haven't so much as wiggled. But we ain't gonna give up. We're gonna keep trying it. We will. I'll let you guys know if I decide that we're gonna go do an overnight fishing. If we do, we'll bring you along. I don't know that we can keep the cameras running all night, but we'll keep them running as long as we can. You know, batteries are always an issue, especially after the sun goes down. I've got solar chargers and different things that I use during the daylight. So that's always an issue. Hello, Eagle. Good morning. Big old eagle just flew over. Until I see you on the next one. And we might be in a kayak. I may throw kayak in the boat, and I may come back in the morning. If I come back in the morning, though, like I said, I'm gonna bring my throw net, and we're gonna do it right. We're gonna get. I think we got some big old flatheads that have moved in here and has pushed some of them smaller channel cats out. It's either that or the gar, because we seen that big old 3 foot gar come up out of the water a while ago. Man, it's a big old dude. But something has pushed them out here, or maybe with all this trash, maybe it's just people fishing, you know, maybe they just pressure, I don't know. But we'll figure it out. You gotta get one of those roll-up lithium batteries. I I didn't even know there was a thing, DNA. See, I'm learning, man. Called fishing, not catching. You're right, it's one of them things. I've been skunk fishing millions of times, just like gold prospecting. I've been skunked. Somebody last live we was on, they asked if we'd ever been, how many times had we ever dug a hole and never found gold in it. I looked at Mama Bird and said, hundreds of thousands of times. Hundreds of thousands, I promise you, since I've been prospecting, that I've dug holes and not found a speck of gold in. And you know, it's just as many times that I've been fishing and not caught a fish. But in this spot, it seems like this has always been my go-to. I've always caught at least one, you know, even if it's a little one, I've caught one. But nah, dog, I ain't got no bite. I just seen looked like a bass come up out of the water. It wasn't a keeper, but it's still a fish. way over on that far bank, about 200 meters out there. Lightweight and about the size of a coffee cup, and they roll out flat. After I check Rob's message he sent me, I'm gonna check that DNA when I get off here, because that sounds interesting. Haven't seen many people catch it. We went a couple days ago, and we didn't go live or anything. I think Mama Bear did video me, and I put a little short out. I caught a probably 2.5 pounder on video, and then caught a couple more. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know why. This should have been the morning. It should have happened. It's kind of weird, but hey, what are you gonna do? All right, brother. Heath, thanks for coming in, man. I always appreciate it. Uh, Thanks all you guys for coming in. I'm going to end this, get out of here. I'm going to stay here for a little bit and just enjoy nature and try to keep my mouth shut if possible. I don't think that bamboo's going to talk back to me very much, But I'm going to sit here and try it for a little bit more, and then I'm going to head back and get Mama Bird for lunch. And then we're going to keep on keeping on. I haven't got to talk with Carl much. Carl's got some things going on at work, different things. I seen him pop in here earlier. I'm glad of that. But I'm going to talk to him. I don't know if he's opened his birthday box yet or not. If he hasn't, we need to set that up and get that going, because I know he's wanting to get into it. And I want to see his smile on his face when he opens it. So until then, stay safe, be humble, be kind. Kindness is contagious, and it's free, everyone. We should share it around, pass it around. I'm kind to you, you're kind to me, we're kind to the world, and the world's kind back, and that's just the way it has. We all live here together on this big orb that is floating through the universe, and it's the only world that we got that we can live on right now, so let's make the best of it. Until I see you guys the next time, stay humble, stay safe. Love each and every one of you. I got several people that sent emails that I seen earlier. I'm going to look at them, get some stickers out to them guys, and some bling and some different things. Going to have fun. I know we're going to have fun with that one Mama Bird we was sending to Nikki. So have a good time, guys, and be great at whatever you do, and do good at whatever you can do. And if you can't do good, do the best that you can do, because you are the you-ish you can be. There's nobody that can be you like you. That I promise you. Until next time. Peace!